So that got me thinking. I was thinking, hold on a second, guys. We're focusing on leads coming in, but we're not focusing on the upsell. And this is my story to you. You should be focusing on upsells. So this morning, 2 weeks later, could have happened earlier, blame me, but it's happening. Met at 7 a.m., pulled my team into the office, my whole pool company, or the key decision makers plus the installers that go out and the maintenance guys that go out, all in my office. I said, team,
You're listening to The Functional Founder with Themi Sturgianis, a podcast for owner-operators ready to build high-performance teams, handle growth with confidence, and scale without burning out.
today in my business, I met my team at 7 a.m., my pool company. We've grown a lot since last year, I must say. Very excited about that. And we've got some good team members on board. And we're really pushing to make sure that when we start in the new season, it's winter now, or it's approaching winter. So we're going to have a bit of a dive bomb. But as a functional founder, I do feel we need to spend time in the saddle sometimes. We know shit, but we don't communicate it. And I'm going to share with you how I communicated something that I think is going to make a big difference in my pool company. So we've grown in sales, and I said to the guys, I want to be on your maintenance schedule. Maintenance meaning like I want to make sure that the team is calling around to my house to ensure that the water has been attended to, that the pool pump's been attended to, that enough chlorine, acid, etc., that it's sparkly blue. And two things stood out to me. They arrived when they said they were going to arrive. But we've got a special little system that's in place that when a team member leaves our head office, you get notified, the client gets notified, and the GPS coordination or coordinates get sent together in a message to your phone, and you can track the arrival of your pool company. Is that not cool? A lot of people are doing it. I can tell you more companies aren't doing it. More pool companies aren't doing it. More traders or more contractors, they're not doing that. I know because I deal with a lot of contractors. We supply a lot of contractors. And I would say 90% of them don't do that. And guess what happened on that day? They arrived, my doorbell rang, looked at my messages. I didn't get the message. I said, guys, that's not on. What's going on? Wasn't I supposed to get a message? But we didn't know how the system worked 100% because there's a technical issue. It only works on iPhones and we have a Samsung. No, bullshit. That's not the standard we strive for. The standard we strive for is to be consistent and uniform across our sales process. The standard we stand for is to make sure that our clients get incredible service delivery. We want to blow them out the water. And, I'm easy to say a founder should step back from his business, but then this shit happens. Okay. It happens because I want it to happen. I want it to happen so that I can fix it. I want it to happen so that I can fix it because I'm building the business to work without me. It's my responsibility to make this business profitable and to work without me. And if I'm not doing that, I'm not being a responsible functional founder because I'm supposed to create a legacy for my team. When people say, Themi, are you creating a business for your family, for your kids to take over? I'm saying this on social media. No, I'm not. I'm creating it for my team. If ever my family want to join, my team have a vote in the issue. That's how I feel. So when that SMS wasn't working, I was annoyed. I was like, guys, why am I picking this up and you aren't picking it up? You aren't picking it up, team. The management's not picking it up. Not acceptable. So we found a way around it, and it was just a bit of training. It did work on a Samsung. So that wasn't all, guys. What else I uncovered, I said there were two things. That my chlorinator was leaking water. I didn't know that. I own a pool company. I didn't know that. So one of my team members brought it to my attention. And on the online job card, it was noted that I need a chlorinator because it's leaking water. So that got me thinking. I was thinking, hold on a second, guys. We're focusing on leads coming in, but we're not focusing on the upsell. And this is my story to you. You should be focusing on upsells. So this morning, 2 weeks later, could have happened earlier, blame me, but it's happening. Met at 7 a.m., pulled my team into the office, my whole pool company, or the key decision makers plus the installers that go out and the maintenance guys that go out, all in my office. I said, team, I want to relate a story to you. I need some of your time, 45 minutes at least. So I was coaching a company that sold software and computer systems. And he was about to close the doors, the specific founder couldn't afford more marketing and we struggled to get more leads, but we figured out a way. I realized he wasn't upselling. And to cut a long story short, by putting an incentive program together with a checklist of possible upsells, like selling a extra router because the internet was down. So when he delivers the computer saying, listen, how's your internet doing? Well, the internet's a bit sluggish. You know what? There's this router that can increase your speed. Do you want a quote? I see your laptop cover. You've got an Apple Mac. It's a dent on it. Do you think we could prescribe maybe sell you these lovely computer covers that we've got in stock? We got them at a real deal. So long story short, I showed how we took this business, this founder that was closing his doors, and we increased his sales by 28% just by upselling in the first year. Okay, 28%. It's a lot of money just on upselling. So why am I not doing it in my business? So I'm going to do it in my business. So team got together and I summoned them. Guys, we've got to come up with a checklist that's going to go on an online job card. And every time our maintenance guy goes out, he's going to go through that checklist and he's going to offer it to the client. He's going to go through and have a look. Is your chlorinator working? Do you need paving around your pool that's not looking sufficient? Do you need garden lights? Do you maybe need a pool light because I see your one's cracked, etc.? A list of things we can offer. And if you don't present it to the client, they don't know what they don't know. So that's what we did today. And I'm super excited because we're busy implementing this checklist system. So it's those little things that we're doing in the business that I think is going to make a big difference. Here's my message. Sometimes the owner needs to roll up his sleeves. The owner needs to get involved in the business. Your voice needs to be heard. Your wisdom's there. You're the one that started the goddamn business in the first place. So you know what? You owe it to your family and your team to depart your wisdom in a way that lands beautifully, where the team respects you and they want to implement what you learn. So that's what we're doing, focusing on a lot more other things. I'll see you in next week's podcast.
Thank you for joining the Functional Founder. This podcast grows through you, our founder community. Please share this with someone who needs it and click on the subscribe button. That way, more people can join us.